Hello and welcome to a new video. I haven't done something like this since last year, I want to say, or maybe even the year before, which is a week in my life, day in my life type of video. If you've been to this channel before, if you've been subscribed for a while, then you know that I am a marketing freelancer. I work with clients to do social media content, editing, scheduling, strategy, all of that kind of stuff. I do a few other projects as well pertaining to podcast production and publishing, so that's something that I do on the side, although I have nothing of that sort going on this coming week. I thought I would take you along with me. Next week is not a particularly busy day. However, I do have a few commitments with one of my clients. She is hosting a seminar teaching kind of thing for her practice. She's a plastic surgeon, so she's gonna have people over at the clinic and she's gonna teach them one of her techniques. So I'm gonna be there to film that. I'm gonna film it in for short form content, so stuff like TikToks and Reels and YouTube Shorts, as well as I'm gonna film it for long form video. I'm gonna try and make her a nice kind of like movie out of the presentation as much as I can film, because obviously she is gonna demonstrate her technique on a patient, so I cannot film that. But the stuff about, you know, her explaining the technique and her showcasing the best kind of practices for this, I'm gonna try and film. We haven't tried making a long form horizontal style video for her platforms yet, so I'm gonna do that this coming week, and hopefully it's something that we can reference and use in other materials moving forward. But right now I'm just doing a bunch of to-do lists for next week. I'm gonna go grocery shopping on Monday with one of my friends, so that's something that I need to put down, because otherwise I go into the store and I buy everything but the things that I actually need. So I'm making a list of that. And then in parallel, I also started making a list of things that I need to work on. So stuff like contracts. All of my contracts are signed on a 6-month basis, simply because it offers myself and the clients mobility, just in case, you know, financial situations change, opportunities change. So since June is starting, my contracts are expiring, so I need to be working on that. I also have to make some adjustments to do with the pricing of my services. I do my invoices through an online platform, so I need to change the pricing of my services through the platform, just so that when I make future invoices, they are priced the right way. I need to be doing some edits on some photos and some videos that I took last week and the week before. I also need to schedule those. I need to catch up on scheduling YouTube Shorts for my clients. YouTube is not a main platform for either of them, but we started uploading shorts there just to kind of have some presence on the platform as well. So I need to catch up on scheduling those. Luckily, YouTube doesn't have a time limit on how far in advance I can schedule posts, as far as I've discovered. So I can just batch schedule things. I know they have like a 12 videos a day limit, like you can upload and work on 12 videos in a day. Like in Meta, for example, you can't schedule posts farther than a month in advance. So that's kind of limiting. But I'm gonna do some scheduling for YouTube, and then I want to plan a list of shots and information that I want to have in my client's long form video that I just told you about. But other than that, I would like to start working on a painting. I've been kind of conceptualizing it for ages, to be honest, but I just didn't get to actually starting it. I think I am a bit scared to actually start it, because I will be working with a textured medium, so it's not just gonna be, you know, acrylic on canvas. I need to lay down the primer and then a layer of gesso, and then I need to lay down a layer of the texture that I'm working with, which I don't remember the name of off the top of my head, but it's basically one of those like powders that you mix in with water and it becomes really textured and nice. And before it dries, obviously you can work it into your artwork. So I have to get that done. because it also takes a while to dry. Now, here in Bucharest, we've had horrible heat for the past like 2 weeks. So the drying time is not going to be as bad as it normally would have been during spring or any other season. So I'm counting on that, but I need to get it right the first time because the canvas that I'm working on is quite big and I don't want that to go to waste. Or I also don't want to have to scrape the material off if it doesn't lay down properly, because that's a waste of material obviously. But I need to get that done. That is a commission for another one of my clients, so I need to be doing that as well. This is a very impromptu video that I decided to film, but I'm hoping and praying that if I film this, I'm gonna keep myself accountable. So I've talked enough. Let's get going. We'll see at the end of the video how much of the stuff that I have planned we actually get done. Hello, welcome to Tuesday. The last vlog clip I filmed, I believe, was on Saturday or Sunday. Since then, I've done a few things on my to-do list. Number one, I did my budget for last month and my kind of projected budget for this month, which I do every month. Usually my best friend and I are doing this together on a call. This time she was doing a project of hers that required her full attention, so I just did it on the call while she was doing her project. So that's ticked off my list. I am now in the middle of editing a few materials for one of my clients. I already did some of the scheduling for the stuff that I had already edited, so that's also ticked off my list. I just need to finish a few videos for this client and then schedule it as well, which I am gonna do today because the rest of my week I'm not sure how it's gonna look, so I want to do it now. And also I am planning to do the YouTube Shorts scheduling that I said in my last clip that I would do. I do want to max out the limit for uploads for today, and then I can do the rest that I have to schedule tomorrow, so that's great. My soundtrack for this workday is Beyonce's Homecoming, obviously. We are crossing another item off the list, which is the YouTube Shorts scheduling. I reached the daily limit for uploads, which apparently is 13 videos, not 12, so that's good to know. And then I have, I think, another 30 to schedule over tomorrow and the day after that. So I'm not gonna be able to get this task done fully right now, but I did the most I could do today, which is great. And then I'm gonna go back to doing my edits. Actually, no, I lied. I'm gonna go heat up some food because it's lunchtime already. So I'm gonna go eat something and then I'll be back to editing. I think one of the things that's helpful in me doing this video and why I should do these vlogs more often is for accountability, because I've gotten so much done today that I'm basically like 60% done with my to-do list for the week, and it's only Tuesday and I didn't work yesterday, so I think that's good. I've obviously long finished the Homecoming documentary as my soundtrack, and I was just listening to Keith Eats Everything at Korean Barbecue featuring 80s video. I am not so knowledgeable in 80s lore. I have some of the songs in my playlist. They make good music. I don't know all of the members, and I don't know all of the stories, and I don't watch a lot of their content, but I saw this video in my recommended and I was like, you know what? Yeah, why not? As I'm waiting for my videos to render, it's good soundtrack. It's very funny. The guys are very funny, so yeah. But I have just edited 2 out of the videos that I had on my list. These are videos that, by the way, were filmed more than a year ago, okay? Don't judge me. But I just had other things to work on that were more pressing than this. So I've just had these on my to-do list for the past 3 months. I was like, I need to get these done because otherwise I'm never gonna reach for them, basically, and I don't want that. I don't want content to go to waste, so I'm editing them now. I've done 2 of them. I think I have maybe like 6 left to do, so I'm definitely gonna get them done now, and then I can tick off my list on my list the task of edits and scheduling. So that's great. As I said before, I will have some more edits, some more videos to schedule for YouTube, but I can do that tomorrow and the day after that. But the editing is the stuff that usually takes me the longest because my Final Cut Pro takes ages to render, so every time I make an edit that is a bit more complicated than just a cut and a mash, it takes me ages. So yeah, but the sun is setting, as you can probably tell, and I don't have much light to work with anymore, so I'm just gonna get this done. Video number 3 is done. Video number 4 is done, which also means that I am done for the day. I've had some footage, unfortunately, which I could not make work. Sometimes there's noises or there's a bit of incoherency in the speech of my client that I can't really make. Like, I can do the cuts, it just doesn't sound natural, and it would sound a bit confusing to our audience, which is primarily people who are interested in getting services done, but they don't know like professional lingo or like medically specific terminology. So unfortunately I've had to scrap one of those videos, but getting 4 of them done in the span of like an hour is great. I will be looking to see if I have more lost footage that I can turn into something palatable and good for our strategy. I'm gonna be looking for it today, but editing it tomorrow because I'm losing light, and sometimes editing videos in artificial light, like my top light or a lamp, is not the greatest for me to see the colors. So I'm just gonna look for the footage now, and if I don't find anything, then great. If I find something, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. There's always a tomorrow. But yeah, today we got done plenty of things, so I'll check in with you tomorrow. Welcome to Wednesday. Today I went to the gym, and now I'm finally working on some edits. I received some new photos that I need to edit for my client, and then I'm gonna go back to video editing. I told you in my last clip that I was gonna look up any other rogue footage that I had that hadn't been used so far, and I found quite a bit. So I have a few videos that I think I can make out of this, and yeah, tomorrow I am gonna be filming my client's workshop that she's doing. So I'm gonna be fully like using this camera and my phone, microphones and stuff like that to be recording all of that. So that's gonna be exciting. But yeah, right now I need to get working with this because it's quite a lot that I need to get done, as well as I said in my previous clip, to take care of the rest of the YouTube scheduling that I needed to be done. Good morning. I'm currently getting ready to go to my client. I woke up very early today, like 5:20 something, and I couldn't go back to bed, so I did some more work, and now I'm getting ready. I need to go to my parents' house, pick up something that they want to give me. I need to come back, drop it off, and then I'm going to the clinic. But I thought I would film a get ready with me to post as a TikTok, short, reel, whatever you want to call it. So I'm gonna be filming that now, and I'm gonna insert it here as well as upload it separately on my page, just in case you want to see it. So yeah, the plan today is to film as much of the training as possible, as much of it as I'm allowed to film, and make as much content out of it as possible. So hopefully that will be done today. My drink of choice for this morning is the rest of my chai latte that I made a few days ago. This is all that I have left, and I put some ice in it. So I love that for me because chai latte is the best thing that you could possibly make for me. Hi. There's a few things that have happened since I started filming this video, but basically, to give a very brief summary, one of my clients that I was working for, predominantly in this video, like the one I worked for the most during the shooting of this video, has decided that they no longer have the budget to keep me on, which is completely understandable. The economy is like shit and people are squeezed from all directions, and as a contractor I can only have understanding for the situation at hand. But regardless, to say, for full transparency, this has given me a bit of a financial hit in the past week, and it's also given me a bit of anxiety in regards to my business costs for the upcoming period. Basically, for me to be able to feel completely secure in the amount of money that I'm making and the profit that I'm making, I would have to get another monthly income client. A majority of my projects are not long running, so they are projects that have a specific amount of time that I'm working on, a specific amount of deliverables, and obviously a set fee. But this client was my main monthly income client, so I would invoice them every month at the same cost, but there would be a rolling contract, and I've been with this client for a year and a half. And obviously we were just about to renew the contract for another 6 months, which is how we've been doing it, when I got the news that they would no longer be able to keep me. So basically what I've been doing, and why I haven't really been filming this past week, is because I've been trying to get the final materials that I had filmed for her edited and uploaded onto our shared drive, just so that she has some materials to post in the upcoming period, because I know she's busy as well. So it's not something that I had to do contractually. I could have just not edited something that is no longer gonna be uploaded by me and strategized by me, but I did it anyway because I was working on those materials, as you were seeing in the clips previous. But yeah, I finished editing those and I uploaded them last night. I did have a bit of a mental breakdown because it finally hit me that this collaboration is ending. But the reason why I decided to film this for this vlog is because I think it's precisely the kind of transparency that I wish I would see from other small business owners and other contractors and freelancers. So might as well provide you with this kind of transparency. Why not? But yeah, I'm basically starting to look for new retainer clients. I will be submitting a few applications in the coming months. I'm not sure for how long this is gonna last, obviously, but yeah, this is the update. And I think on that note, I'm gonna be finishing this video because I'm not really sure how many more events I can include in this video without me completely exploding. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this has been an interesting watch. If you have a small business or if you're planning to go into it, just know it's very volatile. And as a learning from this situation, I will definitely be changing my contracts from now on with future clients, in the sense of that I will be having more safety nets in terms of how my income is gonna go. I'm hoping you enjoy this. I'm not really sure what the learning from this video is, but I hope there is some sort of learning. If you have some thoughts and ideas, leave them in the comments, and I will be reassured and very happy to be reading them and to be replying to them. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye!